The State Board of Education wants a closer look at Dunlap's entire special ed program. The District 323 started its own program this school year, but they have a significant number of disputes. Good Thursday evening. I'm Tyler Lopez.
And I'm Amber Kriska. Thank you for joining us. Those complaints have been filed with the state in the past 2 school years. Paige Blanzy joins us live in the studio as parents tell her their child's individual education plan, or IEP, is not being met. Paige, how are these parents feeling?
Amber, Tyler, since the district left the Special Education Association of Peoria County, SEPCO, to form its own special ed department to start the 2022 academic year, parents tell me they've been working overtime because they're convinced the IEP, a contract backed by federal law, isn't always being followed by the district.
The whole mission of the school district is to empower all students. And I really want my kids, even if they're special needs, to be treated just like you would treat any honor student.
Chrissy Malson has 2 students in the Dunlap School District, an area she specifically moved to for the public schools. Her oldest son has autism and an IEP.
This is a very well regarded school district, and the bandwidth it takes as a parent to fight to monitor to make sure your kid's getting their things in their IEPs met is just exhausting as a parent.
She's filed 3 complaints with the state since the fall, claiming her child's IEP has not been met. One she says was unfounded, and the other 2 remain open. One, she says she wasn't getting her son's test results.
It's not just your kid's safety, but it's also your kids' well-being, their happiness. You want to make sure that school is an enjoyable place.
And she's not the only parent. The Illinois State Board of Education is monitoring Dunlap's Special Education Department with a site visit later this semester, citing significant dispute filings and the district's departure from the county's special education co-op, making sure the district is following state and federal guidelines.
I really want ISB to come in and totally reshape the program.
The superintendent tells me they are always looking for ways to improve and look forward to feedback from the state. But for the Dawson family, it's too late. Once they found out the district was leaving SEPCO, they left too, moving out of Dunlap.
They demanded that any students who were receiving services outside of the district and through SEPCO had to then come back into district, and they were going to create programs.
Since 2017, Emily Dawson says her family has spent more than $50,000 in legal fees, taking out loans and credit cards, all to make sure her son, also with autism, was receiving the education he was entitled to with an IEP.
I don't want them to have to go through what we went through. I don't want it to get as bad as it did for my child.
Attorney Sean Cusack says parents should always document in-person meetings in writing and bring in an attorney or advocate.
Litigation isn't cheap. There's a provision within the U.S. Department of Education's law regarding these types of situations that enable families to recover costs of bringing litigation.
Both Dawson and Chrissy Malson want other parents to know they're not alone when advocating for their child.
I really want equity in this district.
And it's hard to know who to complain to. The woman the state believes is in charge of special ed, Alyssa Hart, is listed on Dunlap's website with another job title. And we found there's an opening. Dunlap is searching for a new special ed director. Much more on our website, 25newsnow.com. Tyler, Amber.